What's up, ladies? Yes, what's up? What it is? What it do? How are my ladies doing? We are here. What is up? It's ladies' night. Ladies' night has been a thing, but we're making it our thing now. Ladies' night is now our thing, ladies, on Thursdays. Ladies' night is now our thing, okay? That's what we are doing. So peace, peace, peace. As you come on in, say what's up. What's up, Calypso? As all my ladies come in on this ladies' night, make sure that you come on in. Join your girl, because I want to talk to you. It is ladies' night. Happy Thursday. We're gonna start saying that Thursday is ladies' night, okay? If you ladies are in agreement that Thursdays is ladies' night, let's put some type of symbol in the chat that says yes. I got me a glass of wine here, so I'm ready. I'm ready. It's ladies' night. Thursdays is for us. And today, we are talking about what kind of love you need. Do you know? A lot of times we don't know. And the reason why we don't know is because we don't really know ourselves. Okay? Yes, thank you, Eileen. Eileen threw up the hands. Eileen threw up the praise hands, saying, yes, it is ladies' night. Yes, 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 yes. And tonight we are talking about what type of love do you need? How many of y'all, and I don't want to get all in y'all's business, but then again, I have to, so I know who I'm talking to. If you are married in the chat, put a 1. If you are living your best life as a beautiful single woman, put a 2. Either way, you are still a goddess. Either way, you are still divine. Either way, you are worthy and deserving of love. I just want to know. If you feel like you don't want to tell, hey, I respect it. If you feel like you don't want to tell your answer, I 100% respect it. But here's the thing. If you are single, it's very important that you have this information. If you are married, it is very important that you have this information. Either way, because being single, you need to know what type of love you need so that when certain people come into your space, when certain men or women, I don't care, whatever floats your boat. So whenever situations are presented to you, you can already have that discernment about what you want to do with this person. If you are married, this information is important so that you can effectively communicate with your partner what your needs are, and so that you can appreciate your partner when they're giving you what you need, though you may not want it. That's a good one. Yes, last night's class, y'all, was amazing. We did last night's class, Walking the Path with the Patreon family. It is not too late for you to tap in with that class. Join Patreon, you'll have access to it for the next 2 weeks. And we gave some practical stuff for the family to do in order for you to tap into your divine path. All right, that's what we did. And so you need to make sure that you tap into that. Quick story, y'all. So growing up, I didn't see Black love. I didn't see the man and the woman in the household and it being a positive, beneficial thing. Actually, I had a single mom, but she dated. She actually got married. She got remarried at one point in time. But it was always so, it wasn't beneficial. I don't even want to say it wasn't beneficial because every situation is beneficial to you if you can, take away the lesson. But I saw a bunch of bullshit when I was growing up. I saw a bunch of bullshit, right? And it's funny, the reason why I came up with this topic is because I was on the phone with my brother yesterday. And he was telling me how he had changed his last name or added a last name when my mom got married. We were like in elementary, she got remarried when we were like in elementary / middle school, something like that. My brother had changed his name. He added my mother's husband to the end of his biological father's name. And when they separated, he was so ashamed because he was rocking that name, y'all. He was rocking that name with conviction. He was rocking that name with conviction. He was like, my name is this, this, this. My name is Chris, this. He was rocking it with conviction. He was calling that man dad. And when him and my mom broke up, got their divorce, my brother was so ashamed of that. And we had a long conversation yesterday about how the relationships my mom manifested, how they really affected us. My brother literally told me yesterday on the phone, he's a grown-ass man, 28 years old right now, married, he has a child and one on the way. He literally told me when we were growing up on multiple occasions, he literally thought in his mind that he was gonna have to kill one of these men that my mom was dating. He was like, on multiple occasions, as a kid, he is thinking in his mind, I'm gonna kill this man one day. And he had that emotion, he had that feeling, he had that strong urge because he saw my mom in toxic relationship after toxic relationship after toxic relationship. And my mom at the time didn't know what type of love she needed. In fact, she wasn't dating for love. She was dating for security. She wasn't dating for love, she was dating for security. And here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with dating for security. There's nothing wrong with dating for security. There's nothing wrong with being in a relationship because that relationship is going to build you up on so many levels. But love has to be involved. Love has to be present. If it's just for security, if you're in any relationship just for security, it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. There has to be something there. There has to be at least a liking. You have to like the person that you are in relationship with, the person that you are building with. See, I don't think my mom really even liked some of those guys she was dating. You know what I mean? But she didn't know what type of love she needed actually for her development. And so it manifested as toxic relationships, which manifested as traumatic experiences for my brother and I. But she's learned and she's grown. So for you ladies on this Thursday, on this ladies' night, I want to talk about how you come to know the type of love that you need. Y'all remember Lauryn Hill's old song, When It Hurts So Bad? How many of y'all know that song? How many of y'all know, when it hurts so bad, when it hurts so bad, why does it feel so good? Y'all know that song? When it hurts so bad, when it hurts so bad. And then she said, I love real, real hard ones, but the love wasn't returned. That song is so powerful when it comes to relationships, dating, and all of that good stuff like that, because she said, What you want might make you cry, and what you need might pass you by. If you don't catch it, ooh, sis was going hard. If you don't catch it, she says, and what you need, ironically, will turn out what you want it to be if you just let it. How many of y'all have looked over a certain person who you were interested in because they weren't what you wanted them to be, maybe aesthetically, maybe financially, maybe business-wise, maybe they had some sort of personality thing that you just couldn't get over? How many of you have been like, you know what, I'm good on that because, yeah, no. We all do it. We've all done it. And this topic is so important, family, because I'm gonna tell you, when Dream and I were friends, I never thought that we would be here right now. I never thought it at all. And as our relationship continues to unfold, and as we continue to get to know each other, learning each other, growing with each other, loving on each other, building with each other, I realized more and more and more like, wow, you were actually what I needed for my development and for my growth on a spiritual level. And sometimes, like Lauryn Hill said, you know, sometimes it hurts. Sometimes the things that you need may not come in the way that you feel like it should. Okay? That's, you know, why is it, see, a lot of times, ladies, from a trauma perspective, we crave out those things that don't serve us, even though it hurts so bad, but it feels so good to your flesh, to your ego, to your human, to your trauma self. That's what it is. I'll tell y'all, when Dream and I got together, baby, honey, and it takes time, family. It takes time to really see what a person is serving in your life or how a person is serving in your life. And babe, no, it's not after 3 kids later, I've been knowing this. I knew that who Dream was to his core was what I needed when we first started dating. But what I'm saying is that the more and more time spent, life spent, growth spent, the more I see it on a very deep spiritual level. When we first started dating, I vividly remember going to his house. This was before we got pregnant with KJ. I vividly remember going to his house and looking at him and just admiring him so much. And there were qualities about him that I knew that I wanted to embody within myself. And how many of y'all know, after all of these years of being together, some of those qualities that I admired then, I still haven't fully mastered. I still haven't fully mastered some of those things. But I know the type of person that he is and what he brings is something that I need, even though sometimes my ego was like, oh, you getting on my nerves. But what I'm saying to you ladies is that you have to know the type of love that you are needing based off of the work that you have to do. See, Dream is a person who holds me accountable. And you need that. You need that. I never really had, I didn't really have accountability like what Dream is giving. I had control growing up. You know what I mean? My mother didn't necessarily hold me accountable. She, in a sense, controlled what I did. She didn't let me go off and let me see what's going to happen. No, she told me what to do. But what I needed for my spiritual growth, what I needed for my evolution, what I needed for my spiritual path was someone to say, I know you said you wanted this. I know you said you wanted to do this. I know you said you wanted this growth. Are you sticking to it? Are you standing by it? Okay. Does that make sense? So, ladies, a lot of times you have to analyze and look at your upbringing. You have to look at your past experiences so that you can really understand what it is that you need to grow and learn from. And so when you manifest a person, there's great potential there that that person can help you in overcoming some of those challenges by the way that they love. Does that make sense? Y'all let me know in the chat if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. Because a lot of times we think when we get triggered that it's automatically the other person's fault. A lot of times when we get triggered, we're automatically placing the blame, but we're not recognizing the opportunity that that triggering moment is giving us for our transformation. Okay, you're triggering me because you're showing me something that I need to deal with within myself. That's what's actually taking place. And then what happens next is you start to take emotional accountability. You start to take emotional accountability. And your partner can do the same thing. When it's really a situation where there's growth and evolution that is needed, when there's growth and evolution that is needed, you both start to kind of play with each other. So there's been times where I've had to say, this is a major trigger for me. This is something that bothers me. This is something that hurts me. This is something that has left an imprint in my mind based off of my childhood experiences. I need you to understand that. And then I have to trust that Dream is going to do his best to respect my past experiences so that I don't feel like I'm reliving it. Okay? And at the same time, I have to trust that Dream is going to give me the space to continue healing and transforming. But a lot of times we don't recognize that a person is giving us exactly what we are needing for our growth and for our evolution. We think that a person has to not touch any trigger of ours in order for us to love that person, in order for us to be with that person, in order for us to build with that person. They shouldn't trigger you at all. And I want to tell you, ladies, on this Thursday night, February 3rd, that is an illusion. And when you have that type of mentality, more than likely, you are missing out on a love that you need. Because the love that we all really need is a love that is going to transcend our trauma. A love that is going to transcend our past. A love that is going to transcend the heartache, the heartbreak that we've experienced. What we really need is someone who's going to love us through that transformation. What we really need is someone who's going to be understanding of those experiences and who's going to give us some grace. What we really need is someone who is consciously deciding that they are going to challenge themselves, okay? What you really need is someone who's going to be introspective about what they do, what they say, and how they show up, okay? So if you are in a relationship where a person does not challenge themselves, now you have to question, is that the partnership that you should be in? Or you have to ask yourself, how do I let my light shine so much? How do I let my healing, my transformation shine so much that this person naturally wants to start changing, evolving, and growing? And then what do I do when they don't? That's a good one. A lot of times what you think you need, is based off of some fairy tale surface level, Cinderella story. Okay? And that is not to say that you cannot have great love, great passion, great understanding, great sex, that is not to say that you as women cannot have that, because you deserve to have all of that, sis. You deserve to have all of that, but understand that the love you need is a love that is going to challenge you to be better. The love that you need is going to challenge you to be better. Take a sip to that if you got some wine. I'm almost done with this wine. I should have got a bigger cup. Okay. Sis Deja Johnson in the chat says, what do you do when they don't? What do you do when the person you are in a relationship chooses that they're not going to grow, they do not observe your growth? Well, the first thing you want to ask yourself is, what are they reflecting to you? You want to ask yourself, what are they reflecting to you? Okay, what is this person showing you? Secondly, you want to ask yourself, does their lack of growth impede on your growth? I remember we went to the soulmate, the Science of Soulmates lecture that Panic and Khadijah hosted in Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's Day weekend, 2020, right before COVID hit. And a guy in there was conscious, into spirituality, into all of that stuff like that, but his wife was a Christian. And he said his wife was not coming out that church. She said, no, she's staying in the church. And me being who I am, as I'm listening to him talk, I'm thinking in my mind, well, is she affecting your spiritual growth? Is she affecting your spiritual path? Is she affecting your evolvement? And right as I'm thinking that, Panic or Khadijah, one of them says to him, don't try to change her. Is she affecting your spiritual growth? Is she affecting your spiritual ascension? If not, cool, right? So if you're in a relationship with a man, you know, if you're in a relationship with a man and he's not really into the self-work, the self-evolution, there's a couple of things that you have to understand. One, is his lack of growth affecting your growth? Is his lack of growth affecting your evolvement? Is his lack of growth affecting your spiritual walk? Is his lack of growth affecting the way that you move in the world, affecting you from becoming and being your best self? If the answer is yes, then you have to set some boundaries within your relationship. Okay? Meaning, hey, babe, it bothers me when you do this. If that continues, I'm going to do this. That's a boundary. Now it's up to you to fill in the blanks of that. But if his lack of evolution isn't stopping your growth and evolution, then you can let him live in his illusion. Okay? But if it is, then you have to set boundaries and you have to get clear about what it is that you want and what needs to happen in order for you to stay in a relationship. Let me know if you get that, Deja, and anybody else. If it's not affecting your spiritual walk, if it's not affecting your spiritual growth, then let them be in their own la-la land. But if it is impeding on your growth, then you have to set some boundaries based off of the way that it is affecting you. Let me know in the chat if that makes sense, ladies. Let me know in the chat. I want to know. Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, we can't change anybody. We can't change anybody. There's nothing. Dream can continue to say whatever he's saying, but if I don't want to do the work, the change is not going to happen. I can tell him over and over and over again, babe, I don't like when you fart under the covers. It really makes me mad. If he doesn't see a problem with that, if he doesn't feel like he needs to change and he's not going to change, no matter how many times I try to beat it in his head. Okay? No matter how many times I try to get him to understand my point of view, if he doesn't get it and if he doesn't think that it's going to benefit his life, if he doesn't think that it's going to benefit his life, he's not going to change. And that's another thing that y'all have to understand. So the question was, what do you do when the person you are in a relationship with does not want to change? And the answer is, if them not changing is affecting your growth, your spiritual involvement, your walk, your path, then you have to set boundaries. If it is not affecting your path, let them do whatever the hell they've been doing. Maintain the peace. Okay? Something else that's so important. Something else that is so important. How many of y'all know that your love language is based off of those traumatic experiences that you've had? So let's say you grew up poor. You grew up poor, not really having anything, struggling. Okay? Struggling. More than likely, you grow up and become an adult who likes to receive gifts as your love language. Okay? Let's say you probably grew up and, a person, your parents never really told you, I love you. I care about you. More than likely, you grow up and you seek and you search for someone. You want someone to tell you, I love you, I care about you. That's the language of love that you want someone to give you, but oftentimes you don't attract that. Let me say that to y'all again. A lot of times, whatever you lacked in your childhood upbringing, however your parents did or did not communicate love to you, is the way that you become an adult and you want love. That's what you want, but oftentimes you don't attract that because you attract what you know. So until you transform your thinking, until you start giving yourself the things that you did not receive when you were a kid, you are going to receive the same love in the way that you received it as a kid. Does that make sense? Let me know if y'all get that. I don't want that to bypass anybody. Who do you change that, or how do you change that, Shay? Because let me tell y'all, Dream is just now getting good. He is just now getting good at this, y'all. He's just now getting good at this. Because one of my love languages is gifts. And why do I want gifts? Because my daddy never bought gifts. Like, I literally don't remember. My dad didn't start buying me stuff until I became an adult and until he married a woman who likes stuff. My dad's wife, he's been married to her for 5 years now. Got you, Shay. I'm going to explain this to you right now. My dad's wife, he's been married to her for 5 years now. She's a nurse. She works multiple nursing gigs. She has no children, and she likes to spend money. And so when my dad got with her, that's when he finally started buying gifts and stuff. That's when he finally started buying gifts. And of course, he wasn't buying them. She was buying them. He was just giving them. Does that make sense? Oh, look at this. Look at Dream with the super chat. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So I subconsciously, when I came into adulthood, I'm like, I want somebody that's gonna buy gifts. I want somebody that's gonna give gifts. And I had to get Dream in order because Dream's, his love language is physical touch. He likes words of affirmations. But I'm like, babe, I want you to go and buy me something special. He's just now getting it. After these years, he is just now getting it. So how do you change that? How do you change that to finally receive it? Well, one, you have to get clear on what it is that you want and what it is that you need. Two, you have to understand how to give it to yourself. See, Dream already knows. When I go in Target or something, or when I go into Marshalls or something, I'm going to get something for myself. And I'm just saying Target and Marshalls because those are the places where I can get caught up in getting stuff that I probably don't need. Right? Not only that, you have to show the person, Shay, you got to show them. And here's the crazy part. They may not receive it the way you want them to. For example, I bought Dream an Apple Watch for his birthday. Now, this is something that I would like to receive. This is something that I would have liked to receive. And because I would have liked to receive it, I wanted to give it to him. I'm going to tell y'all about this. Do y'all know he wore that Apple Watch, I want to say like the first 2 or 3 days after his birthday. And now I have no clue where the Apple Watch is at. I just bought this for him in August 2021. I have no clue of where it's at. And I asked him, like the week after I bought it, I said, babe, are you going to wear the watch? If not, I will go ahead and return it. Mind you, for his birthday, I did other nice stuff for him. I took us out to a Michelin star restaurant out here in Houston. I drove. All he had to do was sit back, relax, sip on him a drink. We just had a nice dinner, loved on each other. It was beautiful. But of course, I got him a gift, child. That gift, I don't know where it's at. Babe, tell me where the Apple Watch is at. Because I don't know where it's at. You probably need to sell it on eBay if you haven't already, because you ain't using it. But anyways, so one of the ways that you start to train your mind, and one of the ways that you start to train whoever it is that you're dating, is by doing the thing that you want. So I bought Dream a nice gift. And so now in his mind, he knows that he either needs to give me a nice gift or a nice experience. And so for my birthday, he turned around and took me to the Erykah Badu concert. That was great. Okay. In the past, though, Dream would buy stuff that was like for the house. Like he would buy like a massage chair or something like that and be like, here, babe, this our gift, this your gift. I'm like, babe, when am I going to use that massage chair? Like, when am I really going to use that? That's more like for me and for you. But that is something that I wanted because I didn't receive that as a child. Does that make sense? Now, Dream will randomly come in the house with a bouquet of roses. And it's so sweet. And I just be like, oh, thank you. Okay? So you have to start doing the thing. You have to start doing it for yourself first, whatever that is. So if you know you didn't receive words of affirmation as a kid, how do you start affirming your love for yourself first? And then when you manifest a relationship, you become vulnerable enough to express your love for that person. Okay? A lot of times, a lot of you ladies, you want emotional support from your partner, but you are not emotionally vulnerable. A lot of times we want things that we are not willing to give ourselves. Okay? And that's because we don't know how to. So you have to start training yourself, priming yourself to learn how to do it for yourself. Okay? Dream's love language is physical touch. I had to tap into that physical touch bag. So I randomly massage his feet. He got big, crusty feet too, y'all. Big, crusty feet. I had to get that lavender foot cream and I rub them feet. You know what I mean? Because that's what he needs. That's what he enjoys. That makes him feel loved. So you have to recognize the deficiencies that you've had in your childhood. Something that was different from me in my childhood. My mother and I, we didn't really hug. We didn't really hug each other. Yes, feminine energy, G. I was going to come on here and talk about just straight feminine energy, but I'm saving all of that for something else. I don't know why, because feminine energy is such a big space that can go into so many different avenues. It's a lot, right? So my mother and I didn't really hug each other growing up. So for me, physical touch was not an automatic love language that was in my mind, because that's not something that we did. Okay? That's not something that we did to show our love. What we did, how my mother showed love to me, y'all, she cooked. Right? She gonna cook a good ass meal. She gonna feed you so good. That's how my mama show love. That's how she still shows love right now. She'll call us and say, hey, I'm making this, I'm gonna bring y'all some. And that's what she does. And so for me, a part of the love that I give was, let me cook a delicious meal, make Dream's plate, bring it to him nice, beautiful, hot, and delicious. That's how I show love. Does that make sense? So, because I really want y'all to get that. I want you to look at your childhood experiences. A lot of times the way that we show love is based off the way that we learn to receive it. And sometimes that's not the best for us. Or sometimes we accept that because that's what we know. But I'm telling you that once you understand those things, now you can start creating the type of love that you desire. But at the same time, you have to understand that love sometimes comes tough, right? Y'all heard the saying tough love. Sometimes it comes tough. And I don't want you to bail on relationships. I don't want you to just automatically cut somebody off. I don't want you to automatically throw someone away because there's a triggering moment. Now, don't get it twisted. Under no circumstance should you experience any kind of abuse. Mental, emotional, physical, verbal, none of those things. I'm not talking about any of that, sis. If any of that is taking place, or if you feel any hint of any of that, you already know what you need to do. What I'm talking about is those moments where they do something and you automatically assume that what they are doing is bad. What they're doing is wrong. Okay? I'm talking about in those moments asking yourself, how does this serve me? What is this teaching me about me? Because perception is everything. And sometimes you need love that is going to challenge your perception. You need love that is going to challenge your beliefs. See, I didn't think that I was capable of freaking coming on YouTube twice a week consistently. That's not something that I was used to. I'm like, I'm go with the flow. That's not me. But my love with Dream has helped me to be a more disciplined person. It has helped me to fight through some stagnation so that I can get to my growth. Do I like when he tells me I need to do what I need to do? Not all the time. Sometimes it gets on my nerves. Sometimes it's triggering. Sometimes it's like, dude, I got this. But that's the love that I need so that I can become my best self. Do you get me? And so I want y'all on this ladies' night, on this Thursday, I want y'all to understand that. I want y'all to really get that. I want y'all to embrace that. And here's one way that you embrace it. Start paying attention to if you're not in a relationship, start paying attention to the love that you get from friends, to the love that you get from family. Okay? Start paying attention to those things. And if you're recognizing certain patterns that don't serve you, that a person is doing, who's in your family, who's in your close friend group, you get to set a boundary there. You get to say, hey, that doesn't work for me. You get to do that, okay? And in the same breath, you get to recognize your own habits that is manifesting the drama within a relationship. You get to do that. I know there are things about me that I'm still working on, that I'm still transforming, that will allow me to be a better partner to Dream. I know it. I know I still got work to do, okay? But that's the beautiful thing about relationships. That's the beautiful thing about love. And I need you sisters to understand that. Brothers too, but I'm really on here for the sisters. So I need y'all to understand that. Understand what type of love you need. Some of y'all need someone who's going to be gentle to you. Ooh. Some of y'all need someone who's going to be gentle. See, I need a balance between gentle and accountability. Because I'm tough. I'm tough. I'm a fighter myself. I get that from my mama, a Leo sun. She is. So I need someone who's going to be gentle when I'm being sensitive. And then when I'm getting all hype and crunk, I need that, nah, we ain't doing that. You know, that's what I need. Some of you may need somebody who's going to be gentle because you grew up in very hostile environments. But here's the thing, when somebody gives you that gentle, you're going to have to train your mind not to think that gentle is weak. Because best believe when someone shows you the opposite of how you've grown up, you're going to think that something is wrong with that. You're not going to know how to receive that. Okay? So when someone shows you gentle, don't automatically assume, oh, this weakness or something wrong with this dude or anything like that. No, they're giving you what you actually need because you've been fighting your whole life. You've been fighting your whole life, so you need someone gentle. Or let's say you need someone who's going to be vocal, someone who's going to express when they feel in some type of way. You need that because maybe you grew up where if you get in trouble, your family is giving you the silent treatment. Nobody's talking anymore. Your mom and your daddy ain't talked to each other in a week, in a month, in a year. And so silence is what you know in relationships. And so you need somebody who's going to say, you know what, I didn't like that. You need someone who's going to say, hey, babe, I love that. You need somebody who's okay with expressing themselves verbally because you grew up where silence was the way that y'all handle things. Just not talking about it for a while. Okay? So you're going to need to understand those things so that when they present themselves, you're not fighting it out of fear of the unknown. You need that so that you're not fighting it out of the fear of the unknown. All right? If anybody has one more question, I'm more than happy to answer that. And then I'm going to get out of here. Next Thursday, ladies, bring your wine. I don't want to drink wine by myself. And really, this is the first time of me drinking wine. Or drinking anything in almost a year, almost a year. And so I don't want to do it by myself. So y'all come bring your wine next time. Let me know when you have your glass. But if any of you ladies have a question, or a brother, I saw Dawson on here, so that was dope. I saw a brother on here. I'm grateful that my content is really being tailored to the women and that it's women on here. That means that my message is really being refined and you all are knowing what I'm here to do. I love that. I'm grateful for that. Because some of the stuff that I say is for everybody. Everybody can get it. But I work with women on a daily basis. So the fact that it's predominantly women, except for Dreaming here in Dawson, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. Any questions before we go? About love, about relationships? About love, about relationships? Anything? If not, I'm gonna get to the family and enjoy this happy Thursday. The Sacred Sister Circle is coming March. We're gonna start right before the spring equinox. Hey, Tanya. Ooh, my girl, I love y'all. I love all of y'all. All of my clients, former and present, I love y'all. I love y'all. So good to see y'all when y'all coming here. Oh, I cannot believe Dream just brought this up. How many of y'all have watched Married at First Sight? And I can talk about this all day because it's hilarious. How many of y'all watch Married at First Sight? If you don't watch Married at First Sight, ladies, if you don't watch Married at First Sight, get updated on Married at First Sight. If you got you some free time, the shows are long as hell. So I hope you got fast forward on your TV. If you do, I want to give y'all some time to look at Married at First Sight. Because let me tell y'all, ooh, babe, you just really sparked so much, which I didn't even see. This is the type of, you the type of love that I need. See, babe, you the type of love that I need, right? Because you doing that right there, you sparking that creativity within me, you sparking that, I mean, you the man. You's the man, okay? Y'all, if y'all get to watch Married at First Sight, hilarious. Y'all need to watch this guy named Chris, and what is that girl's name? I don't know what this girl's name is because she's so crazy, but this girl, she's a Caucasian lady. She has all black hair. And y'all, on the first day that she got married to a stranger, she was like, oh no, I can't do this. This dude ain't do nothing to her. But she said, no, I can't do this. And she blamed him for everything. She blamed him for everything. She said, yeah, we're just not connected. We're just not this, we're just not that. But the real fact of the matter is that she's not attracted to him. So she is so bogged down in his look and his aesthetic, she can't even get past that to see how this man can support her in her life. And I get it. You want to have some level of attraction, but you would be surprised. A person can grow in attraction, right? You can become more attracted to someone by getting to know their mind, by getting to know their heart. He might, G, if I keep drinking this wine, G, he might be like, he may have a real fun night tonight if Kim goes to sleep. Because Kim don't be sleeping, y'all. She be up. This girl be up. She like, nah, y'all ain't doing nothing. Okay? My girl be like, y'all ain't doing nothing. But y'all, this girl thinks this dude is so unattractive. She thinks his teeth is so bad. She thinks he is so bad built that she is like, I can't even really have a conversation with you. And the dude is so insecure, he actually blames himself for her insanity. He actually blames himself for her insanity, for her not being able to go past looks. And I get it. You want to be attractive, but attraction can grow, okay? Attraction can grow. And so on this last episode, he was trying to take her out to, I'm about to get some more wine. On this last episode, he was trying to take her on like a nice little date or whatever, go scuba diving. He takes off his outfit to put on a scuba diving outfit, and she was like, no. She literally said, I cannot even stay here right now. She literally walked away from the dude based off of his body and went into a restaurant and started crying. They putting the cameras on her. She keep on saying, and you know this is a person not a good person when they got to keep on telling you. She kept on saying to the camera, I am a good person. I am a good person. Well, sis, you're not acting like a good person, sis. You're not acting like it. And people who are truly good, they don't have to continue to say it. And she is on the camera crying. She is on the camera crying, talking about, I'm just not happy. I am just not happy. She ain't give this dude not a single chance. She ain't give him no chance. So I want to tell y'all, you ladies out there, don't make attraction everything for you. Don't make attraction the end all be all. Don't make a person's finances the end all be all. Don't make the fact that you like them be the end all be all. When you're talking about a committed relationship, you're talking about growth and evolution. You're talking about your evolvement, okay? You're talking about how a person can support you and you becoming your best self, and how you can support them and them becoming their best selves. That's what we're really talking about. Now, it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. There has to be an agreement there. If it's a one-way thing, if it's a one-way street, then you already know what you need to do with that. And so like this dude on Married at First Sight, he needs to just say, I'm done. I don't know why he keeps playing himself. The girl has done it. She has said it over and over and over again. She's blamed him over and over and over again. When we look at the show, it is clear that the reason why she does not want to engage with him on any level is because she is not attracted to him. That is what we see. She's not attracted to him. Therefore, she blames him. She says, oh, you said this. Oh, you did that. Oh, your friends did this. She diverts from the truth. And the truth of the matter is she's not attracted. And so instead of her taking ownership and just saying, you know what, I'm not attracted to you. And because I'm not attracted to you, I don't want to go forward in this process. But she doesn't want to do that because she doesn't want to look shallow. She doesn't want to look bad on TV. But you're already looking bad. We already see it. So you might as well just be honest about what it is that you're doing. And then this dude has to have more self-confidence because he has to stop blaming himself for it. He like, I really don't know what I did. And, you know, I'm trying my best. I decided I'm just not going to say anything. And I'm just going to, dude, she doesn't like you, dude. Accept it. She's not attracted to you. Accept it, bro. Like, okay. But it goes to show you, and here's the crazy part. This girl's not even cute. This girl is not even cute. And I know beautiful, white, black, brown, whatever. I know beautiful. And here's the crazy part, y'all. Now spirit is coming through. Here's the crazy part. Beauty is an external reflection of an internal state of being. So she's so ugly internally, even for how she's showing up right now. She is so ugly internally, it shows externally. Like she literally looks funny. Like she literally looks like the Wicked Witch of the West or something like that. Like one of the witches off of Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. She literally looks like that. That's how she literally looks. But she got the audacity to be on this show acting a fool because she's not attracted to this man. Right? So here's the thing, your energy will block you from manifesting any type of healthy relationship, right? And so you got to pay attention to that. Some people who come into your life, they don't even deserve you. Stop blaming yourself. Come on, spirit. Some people who come into your life and the relationship doesn't work out, they don't deserve you because their energy is not beautiful like yours. Their energy is not beautiful like yours. Okay? They're not on the same frequency as you. Like Dreamwise is a beautiful creature. He's a beautiful alien supernatural being, and he's so much like me. Our frequencies, our energies just go together, right? If y'all seen us at the Master Students Conference, it was just, we were just flowing, like our energy, just that yin yang, it just works well together. It's an energetic thing, not an aesthetic thing. Let me say that again. It is an energetic thing, not an aesthetic thing. Okay? Even though aesthetically, I make Dream look better. Yes, so y'all check out that Married at First Sight. Y'all don't be that girl and don't be that guy. Don't be that girl and don't be that guy. If a relationship doesn't work out, let's not play the blame game. Let's not take the things that they say personally like it's about you. Because most of the times it's not about you. Only what you say and what you think is about you. Do we get that? Only what you say and what you think is about you. And what they say and what they think and what they do is about them. Ooh, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. Because even some of the madness that happens in relationships, you think it's about you. The disagreements that happen, you think it's about you. And it's not. It's just not. How a person responds to what you say and what you do, it's about them and not about you. And this is a practice. I have to practice taking ownership for my own emotions. I can't say, well, Dream, you did this and that made me feel like this. Yes, you did that, but whatever you did, you're doing awakened something in me. Okay? And I got to take responsibility for whatever that is. All right? So, love y'all. Next time, y'all come with your wine so that I am not alone. Okay? Next time, y'all come with y'all's wine so that I am not alone and so that I can be enjoying, so y'all can feel kind of how I feel. I had one glass of wine and I'm like, whoa, I'm feeling it. I'm a lightweight now. Now that I've had Kim, I'm a lightweight. All right? So y'all check out Married at First Sight, just that couple. If you want to watch the whole thing, watch the whole thing. Watch that last episode so that you can see this craziness, because it's literally hilarious how this girl is behaving, so that y'all can get an understanding of this energy. And I will talk to y'all when. If I don't see you before Tuesday, that's when I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And everybody else that's like Pacific Time, you got to figure that out.